Hi, I'm Shirley Jones, and this is Gemma Winger's Hollywood.
Academy Award nominee for The Godfather, so that's probably what you're best known for.
Boy, I'm pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, and four-time Golden Globe Award nominee.
Yeah, I never win anything. Just like getting awards and no jobs. I'd rather get a job. They're going to give me a piece of glass.
I know.
can't eat
You eat
that.
regular
Oh,
that way.
nice.
God bless. Thank you.
God bless you. You take care.
How about a kiss goodbye? Adios.
Hello, I'm Martin Landau.
Hi, I'm Florence Henderson, and you're watching Gemma Winger's Hollywood.
I'm Gemma Winger, and here we are at the Jeffrey Foundation. I've seen Jane Meadows, and of course, Alice Morris Winston, the founder of the Jeffrey Foundation. And we're at a beautiful, beautiful antique mansion here in downtown Los Angeles to raise money for one of the best causes in the whole world, children with special needs. I have Miss America here. Everyone knows her, Lee Merriweather, and also she was on Barnaby Jones, and you received 2 Golden Globe nominations and an Emmy nomination for your work.
Just one each, actually. I know. And just thank you for giving me an extra one, an extra nomination. No, just the two nominations. Yeah.
And then you were Catwoman in the film Batman in actually 1966.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, great fun. I had a lovely time doing that, doing that movie. I think I was the luckiest of all of the Catwomen because I got to work not only with Adam West and Burt Ward as Batman and Robin, but I got to work with Burgess Meredith, Cesar Romero, and Frank Gorshin, all in the same movie. So that was nice.
You were the front runner for the Batman movies, huh?
Well, I like to think that at least I made an impression.
Definitely. And then you were like...
It's the costume.
You had a great look, let me tell you. I've seen those pictures.
Thanks.
And also you were Lily Munster.
Yes, and not to be confused with Yvonne DiCarlo, who originated the role. I always sign my pictures Lily Munster 2. It was in color. It was a 3-year series, and not many people knew that John Chuck played Herman, and Howard Morton, God rest him, played Grandpa, and Jason Marsden played Eddie, and I got the chance to play Lily. For 3 years, because our opening credits, we moved behind our names, and our names were written in dripping blood.
Oh my.
So you could barely tell there was a Lee Merriweather, you know, so not many people knew I was doing the show.
Well, we're off to the couples bridge tournament. Herman, do you need any help?
No, thank you. I've got it.
Oh, wow! That is great! Oh, you guys will win the bridge tournament for sure.
Grandpa, since you're going to be home tonight, would you mind...
What makes you so sure I'm going to be home tonight?
Because you've been home every Saturday night since the San Francisco earthquake.
Yeah, Grandpa, you never go out on dates.
I could if I wanted to. In fact, I courted some very distinguished women in my time.
Like who?
Well, like Amelia Earhart, for one. We spent countless hours flying together.
Let's go, Lily. Grandpa, tonight's trash night. Be sure to bring it in.
I always do. Every Saturday night for the last 50 years.
We'll be home at midnight, but if you need anything, there are the emergency numbers.
I know. Blood bank, coroner's office, taxidermist, and Vinny's Takeout.
Justin!
Not many people knew I was doing the show, so...
It followed the theme, you know, made a connection.
Absolutely. Dripping blood always works.
And then you're also on the Today Show. You're a Today girl.
Oh, I was. Way back when. I was the first. I was the first woman on the Today Show as a regular. Yeah, way back when. And
So how did you get started in acting?
it was all a result of the Miss America pageant. I mean, I always wanted to be an actress from the time I was in the fourth grade. I think I had made my decision that that's what I wanted to do. Never dreamed that it was, as I got older, I realized, well, let's be serious about this, and
You mean like money and, we need a real profession.
need a good job and an education and all of that. And thank heavens, I had decided to study at City College in San Francisco. That's all that really I could afford. My family could afford, and out of that, thank heavens, I was nominated by a fraternity and to go into the Miss San Francisco pageant. That's how it all started.
And then from Miss San Francisco, you went to Miss California and then to Miss America.
Right, all in 1 year.
It's not that easy to get that title.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Although I think part of my ease with it was that I never expected to win. I was just going to have fun and to have the experience of going to Atlantic City. Back then it was in Atlantic City. And it all went smoothly. And then, good heavens, I won. It was that, and it was such a shock. Such a shock. As a matter of fact, I can't really remember what happened after they put the banner across my leg, and I thought they wanted me to pin it on Ann Daniels, who was Miss Florida, who I had picked to win. And then the last thing I really remember is Lenora Slaughter, who was head of the pageant, saying, "No, dear, it's yours. That's yours." And I'm like this.
It was the cutest thing. I was at the airport in Kansas City, and there's this cute blonde, teenage girl, and in the bathroom, she was wearing her, tiara and her little sash, and she was Miss Teen Kansas, but she was walking around in shorts and a top with her little crown and her sash.
That's interesting. Well, there are many, many pageants all over the country now. Back then, it was pretty much the Miss America pageant. I don't think that was the Miss Universe, had the Miss Universe started? Yes, it had started. And then the Miss USA. And unfortunately, nowadays, they confuse Miss USA pageant with the Miss America pageant, and it's not the same. The Miss America pageant is seriously academically inclined. The girls are looking for the scholarships primarily to finish their academic careers, and then hopefully into something that wherever they are, whatever they're studying. And I don't know. I don't know why they haven't gone the same route, but they haven't, the Miss USA pageant. But
Do you think it's just they seem more, well, like you said, less academically inclined? They have a different focus and priority.
Mm-hmm. No.
So once Miss America, always Miss America.
Oh, yes. They've even frowned on us saying former. They said you're Miss America. You were Miss America, and it's always Miss America because no one was ever Miss America in 1955, just you. So, but I'm so used to people. You're a former Miss America, and I don't correct them.
You're like, yeah, I'm a beauty queen. Yes, you're right again. Right. Don't you wish you were me?
No, that's the farthest from my my.
I'm just kidding. But what are you up to now?
Well, I've been working on my one-woman show, which is coming along very nicely. I did a production of it in Indiana at the Indiana University Southeast, and it was very successful, and I'm so pleased with it. And we're getting material from it to promote it, and hopefully we'll be doing a lot of college and universities around the country performing. That's where the wonderful theaters are, state-of-the-art theaters in a lot of the universities, and so it's really wonderful.
What's it about?
The women of Spoon River, their voices from the hill. I do about 27 different women in about an hour. And then the second half is whatever they want. It depends on the university. Indiana wanted to do a question and answer. And so I said, fine, that's, just let them, I'll come out. And they put together a really delightful little, maybe 15-minute DVD of my my life in television and movies, kind of brief scenes from a lot of things.
Quite varied.
Yes. And that was very nice, and then that led to a lot of questions. So that it was a very comfortable evening.
Now, the college age, did they know you, or did they have to be reminded?
Well, I don't honestly know what the demographics were for the audience. Most of the people who asked questions were of an age. I mean, I'm not saying they were,
Like my age.
no, yes, no, about your age, around your age, I would think. I think that's what. So.
So they remembered the shows.
Yes, yeah, a lot of them had. Really some interesting questions, and of course a lot want to know about, Adam West and Buddy Epson. Buddy Epson was a popular figure, and they wanted to know what it was like working with him and all that.
I used to go to church with his son, Dusty.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, Dusty, he's a sweet boy. No, he's not a boy anymore. Good heavens, he'd kill
A little older.
Yes, he'd kill me if he heard. Yes, all the kids, Bonnie and Kiki, and
And you have a beautiful family, too. I know I met your daughter, and she's doing some wonderful things.
Yes, Kyle and Leslie both are well, Kyle's very busy now raising my granddaughter, who's 16. Yes.
Do they look like you?
I think they're a lot better looking than me. And my granddaughter is absolutely gorgeous. So it's fabulous. I'm thrilled the way she looks, and she's very bright. She's doing academically much better than all of us in school. So
The gorgeous one.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes. Yes, gorgeous with brains. What a nice concept.
That is a nice combination. And now you're here at the Jeffrey Foundation.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing Peter Mark Richmond and his wife Helen. They're very active, and they brought me into the organization quite a while ago. We have
a little friend.
We have a bee.
We have a little
Hello,
friend.
hello bee. Hello.
Go away. Go away. You're stealing the scene.
Of working outside.
Yes, it's the light, it's the bees, it's the people, it's the noise, everything. But we make it work. Well, thank you so much, Lee. It was so wonderful seeing you again. Just so happy to be here at the Jeffrey Foundation, and I know that the program has begun. I know that Peter Mark Richmond is the MC, and that I believe it's his daughter-in-law is actually an opera singer and going to be singing today. And Larry Coven's also going to be doing the music as well. So we're in for an exciting event. I have Peter Mark Richmond, and he has had an illustrious career. You'll know him as Chrissy's father on Three's Company, as well as Andrew Laird on Dynasty, and Nick Kane on The Murder Men.
My first film was Friendly Persuasion with Gary Cooper. Then I did a film with Sophia Loren called The Black Orchid. And then I did a film called The Strange One. It goes on and on and on. Thank God I've been able to do over 500 television shows as a guest star, and about, 7 or 10 series, and I'm still doing it.
And you just keep getting better as an actor.
Thank you.
Do you think you'll ever arrive?
Well, I think I've arrived and gone there and done that, and who knows what the future holds. There's a wonderful little film I did called The Desperate, which is playing, it's run 12 festivals so far, and it's a 32-minute film about the concentration camp, and I play A doctor who is ready to be gassed in my bald head and striped pajamas, and a Nazi general compels me to operate and save his wounded son, and I refuse. So it's a very compelling 32 minutes. And the director, who is a wonderful director named Ben-Hur Sapir from Iran, pursued me for this role, and I did it, and I'm very pleased, and he wants to make a feature out of it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you're an excellent actor.
Oh, thank you.
Did I teach you that?
No, you didn't. You didn't teach me. I've been around a long time, and I don't want to tell you how long I've been an actor. 60 years I've been an actor.
60 years. You don't look that old.
I am.
Congratulations.
Thank you. My son Howard is my oldest son. I have 5 children, and he met a wonderful young lady in New Zealand, and it turns out she's an opera star. And when I first heard her, I was flabbergasted. I was beside myself. Anyway, I think I have done an introduction.
Awesome. And I think I see our 2 stars right here. I have Howard Richmond, and he's a composer and a pianist. And I have his lovely wife of 1 week, Cherie Valeray, who's an opera singer, and she sang so beautifully this evening. And you played and you sang. Talk about that.
Well, we got this opportunity to perform together, and it was such a wonderful thing because it's very special to perform with your loved one.
And how long have you been singing?
Well, I was told I was 3 or 2 when I already sang, so that's the family story, that I've been always very musical. But of course, I was grown up when I started to sing seriously, like opera.
And now you've studied music.
I'm trained as a concert pianist. I decided...
How'd you like that keyboard you were playing on?
It was a little frustrating, but I don't want to complain because the professionals shouldn't complain.
It was beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. We tried to do our best. So I had 21 years of piano lessons, and I have a master's degree in piano, and I was preparing my master's recital at Cal Arts, and former to that I had gone to UCLA. And
I went to UCLA.
Yes, good. While I was preparing my recital, practicing 8 hours a day, I thought, I really don't want to be a concert pianist after all, but I wanted to follow through and get my degree. So there was this 6 months or so where I knew I didn't want this anymore, but I really went for it, And then since then, I continue to teach, which I love, and also I do a special type of music medicine. I'm kind of a pioneer in sound healing. And once in a while I get to play, and I love playing for Cherie. I mean, that's an inspiration.
David played the harp, and it calmed Saul.
Yay, that's right.
So isn't that interesting? So you decided you wanted to be a music major, and then you decided, no, this is not what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Well, I'm doing things with music, but I didn't want to have that kind of push for being a solo concert artist, playing classical music. Even though I'm trained to do that, I like composing my own music and doing music for healing and composing other more commercial type music. And I love teaching. I've been teaching for a long time.
Do you teach in the classroom, in college, or just one-on-one?
I was on the faculty at Cal Arts for 3 years, and I continue to teach privately. And I teach all styles. I teach classical, I teach popular, I teach jazz preparation, I teach songwriting. I love all different types of students. I work with total beginners, and I have a lot of very advanced studio professionals who come in and they want to work on sight reading or something very specific that I'm good at helping them with.
You must be brilliant.
It's fun.
He's like, yes.
My passion is to find solutions for people that haven't been done before. You know, someone has problems with their wrist or problems with, pain or something like that. I say, well, what is really going on here? And instead of just saying, well, practice more, I say, well, what is really happening here? And I can point out things, well, maybe they're sitting too close, or maybe they need to understand how to use gravity when they play. And some simple thing all of a sudden changes their life. And then I feel very gratified about that.
Now, you had a very famous father, Peter Mark Richmond. What was it like growing up with a famous actor?
Well, both of my parents are actors, and I feel blessed that I was in a household where the arts were encouraged, but my parents never said, well, you have to be a doctor or you have to be anything. They allowed us to find our own way, and they were inspiring for us to follow what we wanted to do. And I had a little bit of acting experience when I was in high school, but that wasn't my passion.
I have Councilwoman Jan Perry, and I'd like to know what it's like to be a councilwoman and what you do.
Well, it is very fulfilling work to be able to help people address their issues, to build housing, to bring in new grocery stores, and to help them improve the quality of their lives and to make their lives a little bit easier.
Talk about the area that's your jurisdiction.
Well, I represent the 9th Council District, which includes downtown and everything east of Figueroa, but we're right now we're here in St. James in the historic area just west of Figueroa, and we're in this incredible home that's a historical home, and it just shows the diversity of the middle or the inner city of Los Angeles, just south of downtown. And here we are in this incredible mansion and having a lovely party, and it just shows that there's such a rich history, great cultural opportunities, interesting people who live in and about this area.
It seems like they're really renovating downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah. Not only are we building, built the new JW Marriott, Ritz-Carlton, and movie theaters, LA Live, Staples. There's a lot of new restaurants on 7th Street that weren't there before. So we have a lot of nightlife downtown that hasn't been there since the 80s.
That's wonderful. So you've had a hand in all of it.
Oh yeah.
All of it.
Yes. My hand has been in all of it, and with a great deal of joy and a lot of enthusiasm.
And what brings you to the Jeffrey Foundation tonight?
Well, I believe in the mission of the Jeffrey Foundation, of course, the Colvinator, the greatest entertainer known to man and woman.
Could that be Larry Colvin?
Yeah, Larry Colvin. I said Colvinator. Yeah, but he's a real inspiration in terms of supporting nonprofit activities that do good for children and their families. And I wanted to be here tonight to present the foundation with a certificate, and to do it in this lovely setting makes it even better.
How long have you been councilwoman?
I have been a councilwoman since 2001, and I go to work each day, and I'm still excited about what I do and the opportunity to basically help people transform their lives.
And what are your dreams for the future of LA?
Well, I hope to continue to have a career in public service, and I am intending to run for mayor. Yeah, I came here in 1974 from Ohio to go to a Rose Bowl game, and I was thrilled to be here on January the 1st. It was sunny, it was beautiful, the people were diverse, and I was so taken with this city that I immediately applied for a transfer to the University of Southern California, and I've never looked back. I've been fortunate to have 3 great mayors in my life. The first 2 mayors in my life were my own parents. My father was elected mayor in the town where I was raised on the east side of Cleveland, and then my mother was elected some 20 years after that. Everything I learned about taking care of a community, I learned from my parents on how to treat people and how to lift communities up and how to organize and how to make sure that everyone was treated fairly. This city has been good to me, and it's my turn to give back. Work on our recovery as a city and to work on our infrastructure and to create new job opportunities, attract new job opportunities, and develop a future that is maybe better than the one that we previously contemplated, more realistic.
Well, thank you so much, Jan. It was wonderful to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
I have Larry Coven, who is a singer and an actor and a PR person, has his own PR company, as well as his son Michael Coven, who does something completely different, who is head of radiology at West Hills Hospital. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I just love taking care of people and helping everybody to get better, and I love my job. So I just do CAT scans at the hospital.
Is that difficult?
It is, but I've been doing it for a long time, so I'm very used to doing it and compassionate to my patients.
Larry, you're always here. You're always ready to perform, to just entertain. Tell us how this event is so special.
Well, this is a special event for me because my son is here. One of the other reasons that Jan Perry, who's running for mayor, will be coming here pretty soon, and she will be honoring him out of this hospital or at the convention center of Lou Gossett Jr. on October the 19th for all of his work. When he first started, he wanted to help animals because he was raised up with animals as a kid. Then after he decided, well, I like to help adults, so he started helping. During the time of Reggie Dindy, we had the problem with the riot in Los Angeles. He ran to the hospital to help out when the city was burning down. And I love him so much, I'm proud of him today.